The French Open 2025 final delivered pure drama and left fans breathless. Carlos Alcaraz's 5-set triumph over Jannik Sinner, after 5.5 hours of non-stop intensity, instantly became a part of tennis legend. Few matches test mental and physical limits like this one did, with Alcaraz rallying back from 2 sets down and saving 3 match points in a display of astonishing grit. Alcaraz's stunning win not only cements his place among the sport's greats, it opens new chapters for his career and legacy. His victory brings more than just a trophy, it brings record-shattering milestones, global respect, and a wave of rewards. Here's a closer look at everything Carlos Alcaraz earns after one of the most extraordinary finals in Roland Garros history. The immediate rewards, prize money, trophy, and ATP ranking points. Carlos Alcaraz's victory at the 2025 French Open was more than a test of spirit, it was a direct ticket to life-changing rewards. From a career-defining payday to the honor of hoisting the Roland Garros trophy to a huge spike in ATP ranking points, this win will echo through every aspect of Alcaraz's career. Let's break down the impact of each reward that comes with being crowned the new French Open champion. Breaking down the French Open 2025 prize purse. The headline figure from Paris this year is clear: €2.55 million lands in Alcaraz's bank account for winning the men's singles title. This isn't just a celebratory check, it makes a real statement in his annual and career earnings. Prize pool growth. The 2025 edition saw a 6% increase in total prize money, bringing the winner's purse up to €2,550,000, or about $2.9 million. For context, this is about €1.3 million more than what the runner-up, Jannik Sinner, took home. The reward for winning at this level grows every year, mirroring the rising financial stakes and prestige of the sport. Yearly earnings boost. For Alcaraz, this lump sum instantly cements his place among the year's top earners. Add in endorsement deals that often spike after major wins, and the French Open payday is just the start of the financial ripple effect. Career comparison. With this check, Alcaraz closes the gap with recent champions at other majors. Wimbledon's winner last year received £2.7 million, about €3.20 million / $3.4 million, and the US Open paid its champion a similar figure. The French Open still sits a step below Wimbledon and the US Open for the winner's payout, but only just. For Alcaraz, each Grand Slam win compounds his career earnings, improving his standing in the all-time prize money race. Key financial takeaways. The French Open 2025's €2.55 million first-place prize is nearly as much as Wimbledon and the US Open, and higher than the Australian Open's winner share. The financial gap between the champion and the runner-up, about €1.3 million, highlights the stakes at play in every Grand Slam final. Annual increases in the French Open purse reflect both the tournament's growth and tennis's ongoing rise as an elite global sport. The significance of 2,000 ATP points. The €2.55 million is just part of the story. Equally important for Alcaraz's future is the haul of 2,000 ATP ranking points, the highest single event total in men's tennis. What do these points mean? Immediate ranking surge. Grand Slam titles bring in the largest haul of ATP points, 2,000 for the winner, sharply boosting a player's ranking. These points take effect instantly, pushing Alcaraz closer to, or solidifying, the world #1 spot. For him, this means top seeding in almost every tournament he enters for the next year. Seedings and draws. Higher ATP rankings guarantee better seedings at every tournament. This helps Alcaraz avoid facing other top-ranked players early, often creating a smoother road into the later rounds. Career milestones. Ranking points aren't just numbers, they define a player's access to tournaments, bonuses, endorsements, and long-term legacy. Stacking up Grand Slam wins lifts a player from contender to superstar. For Alcaraz, each 2,000-point haul marks another leap toward elite status. A ripple across the ATP. When a player wins a Grand Slam, the 2,000 points shake up the rankings for everyone. Other players see their points drop if they fail to defend results from last year, while newcomers trying to break into the top 10 face a bigger hill. At a glance, Grand Slam winners get 2,000 ATP points, the top prize in the ranking system. These points impact future draws, Sponsorship deals, year-end bonuses, and qualification for major tournaments like the ATP Finals.
Alcaraz's 2025 Roland Garros win resets the ATP pecking order, raising his profile and making every future matchup carry more weight. In tennis, trophies get remembered, prize money funds the journey, but ATP points shape a player's present and future. For Alcaraz, the rewards of this French Open win will echo not just in his bank account, but in every tournament and ranking released over the rest of the season. Legacy and career impact, Alcaraz's place among tennis greats. Carlos Alcaraz's 2025 French Open win does more than add another trophy to his growing display. It solidifies his reputation, builds a compelling legacy, and forces comparisons to tennis legends. At just 22, Alcaraz is now one of the game's most decorated young champions, thanks to his mix of claycourt prowess, mental strength, and headline-grabbing match wins. Let's break down why his career trajectory is now center stage in tennis history. Cementing his status as a clay court dominator. Few players have ever found their footing on clay as quickly, or as forcefully, as Carlos Alcaraz. His back-to-back French Open titles are only the latest data points in a young career full of astonishing clay court feats. Winning on clay, repeatedly, Alcaraz has now won Roland Garros 2 years running, a rare accomplishment in the Open era. This puts him in the conversation with Rafael Nadal and Bjorn Borg, both clay legends who built similar streaks early in their careers. Specialization and flexibility, it's not just the results. Alcaraz's playing style, explosive footwork, relentless topspin, and aggressive baseline play, is distinctly his own. Even seasoned clay players struggle to adapt to his ability to turn defense into attack with a single shot. Unmatched composure, comebacks define champions. Saving 3 match points in the 2025 final, rallying from 2 sets down, and repeatedly raising his level under pressure show mental toughness unusual for any player, let alone someone this young. Building a new clay standard, across the Monte Carlo Masters, Rome, and now Roland Garros, Alcaraz has not only won, but often dominated. This isn't just collecting hardware, it's shaping a new era for clay tennis, the way Nadal did a generation ago. With 5 majors and a perfect record in slam finals, Alcaraz's story on clay is only beginning, but it's already legendary. Historic rivalries, the Alcaraz-Sinner duels. Every tennis era has its defining duels, and the Alcaraz-Sinner rivalry is shaping up to be this generation's must-watch matchup. Frequent Grand Slam battles, Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner have now met in some of the biggest matches, including 2 Grand Slam finals and several deep Masters runs. These aren't just meetings, they're showdowns packed with tension and long rallies. The 2025 French Open Classic, their latest 5-set epic at Roland Garros, is already being called one of the greatest finals ever. With wild momentum swings, tie-break drama, and a marathon length of almost 5.5 hours, it showcased the best of modern tennis. Contrasting styles, same hunger, while Alcaraz thrives on pace and instinct, Sinner brings precision and a relentless baseline attack. Each match feels like a chess game at warp speed, making every encounter feel new. No 2 matches play out the same way. New era energy, much like Federer Nadal or Djokovic Murray in past years, Alcaraz Sinner has energized fans, drawing massive viewership and lighting up social media. Their rivalry promises to define tennis in the years ahead. Every sport needs its iconic matchups, and Alcaraz versus Sinner is the fuel that powers tennis's next great narrative. Climbing the all-time earnings and titles lists. Alcaraz's string of major wins isn't just making headlines, it's rewriting the ATP record books at warp speed. Entering the prize money elite, with the 2025 French Open purse, Alcaraz rockets into the top 10 for career ATP prize money, an astounding feat at only 22 years old. Only 2 other players, Nadal and Borg, hit 5 majors this young. Perfect Grand Slam finals record, Alcaraz is now 5-0 in Grand Slam finals. He's joining the likes of Roger Federer, who started 7-0, and putting himself ahead of most in clutch situations. Keeping pace with legends, Alcaraz now stands beside Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic in several early career stats. Bjorn Borg won 5 majors at 22 years, 5 days. Rafael Nadal, 5 at 22 years, 33 days. Carlos Alcaraz, 5 at 22 years, 34 days. Major titles and big titles rate, he holds 12 combined Grand Slam and Masters titles, winning 1 every 4.2 tournaments, a higher early career rate than Federer, with only Djokovic and Nadal faster. Looking ahead, with titles on all surfaces and a mountain of career still ahead, Alcaraz is already ahead of where many greats stood at this age. Achievements by age 22. Third youngest with 5 majors. 2 straight Roland Garros crowns. Over $40 million in ATP prize money. Endorsements surging after each historic win. Alcaraz is not just keeping pace with the best, he's redefining what's possible for a modern tennis prodigy. His ascent is a blueprint for future champions and a challenge to the records set by tennis's absolute elite. Commercial opportunities and global stardom. Carlos Alcaraz's win at the 2025 French Open isn't just a triumph on clay, it's the spark for an explosion of commercial deals and worldwide fame. Success on the court powers massive gains off it, and no player in tennis is seeing more interest from the world's biggest brands and a new wave of fans. With each big win, Alcaraz pulls away from his rivals not just in trophies, but in endorsements, reach, and the potential to shape the business of the sport for years to come. Sponsorship growth and brand value. How Grand Slam wins open doors. A Grand Slam title signals more than just athletic strength, it's a beacon for brands eager to attach to the next global icon. After Paris, the list of companies lining up to work with Carlos Alcaraz looks like a who's who of global business. Nike. Alcaraz has been a Nike athlete since 2019, but after his breakthrough wins, the brand extended their relationship in 2024. The new contract is worth an estimated $15 to $20 million per year and is expected to run for a decade. His on-court style and personality make him a natural fit for Nike, pushing their merchandise sales sharply higher every time he wins. LVMH. Alcaraz joins a select group as a Louis Vuitton brand ambassador. This spot puts him in luxury campaigns worldwide, blending his status as an elite athlete with high fashion. Rolex. Rolex's strategy is to work with champions who embody precision, timing, and excellence, characteristics Alcaraz showcases under pressure. Their partnership means Alcaraz joins tennis royalty off the court as well. BMW. The auto giant's deal with Alcaraz brings him into commercials and campaigns aimed at a younger, more global audience. His youthful energy brings fresh attention to a classic brand. Add to that more endorsements with Calvin Klein, Isden, El Pozo, and Babolat, and it's clear, winning lifts more than your trophy case. It multiplies your market value. His impact isn't just in contracts. Alcaraz's social media base has surged to over 6 million Instagram followers as of June 2025. His posts draw hundreds of thousands of likes, and every win triggers a bump in online fans. Nike's social campaigns after his win, like Head, Heart, History, trended globally, proof that his brand connects from Paris to Peru. These sponsorships also come with new media visibility. Major sports documentaries and brand campaigns featuring his story have made him a household name. The French Open final shattered viewership records with over 7 million watching in France and billions of digital video views around the world. Every time Alcaraz wins, streaming services, broadcasters, and social platforms see spikes in tennis engagement, adding even more value to his partnerships. In 2025, a Grand Slam isn't just a career highlight for Alcaraz, it's the launchpad to elite status both in sport and in the eyes of sponsors. Setting the stage for future success, what comes next for Alcaraz? With the tennis world watching, the path ahead for Carlos Alcaraz looks wide open. Experts and fans now see him as the face of the next tennis golden age. Here's what this win sets in motion for his future, on and off the court. 1. More major titles on every surface. With Grand Slam wins on both clay and hard courts, Alcaraz's next mountain is Wimbledon's grass. Success there could complete a career surface slam and increase his market reach even more. Each new trophy means a new pay bump from sponsors and new offers from global brands. 2. Skyrocketing financial potential. His prize money already places him in the top 10 all-time earners at just 22. Endorsement contracts like his current Nike deal are mega in both size and length. Adding more major victories could challenge contracts held by the biggest names in sports. Each win sparks growth in his personal brand value, meaning higher media appearance fees, performance bonuses, and even co-branded merchandise lines. 3. Global influence and cross-sport fame. As the sport transitions from the era of Nadal and Federer, Alcaraz is positioned to be the face of the new generation. His appeal isn't limited to tennis. Appearances in global campaigns, luxury ads, and documentaries give him a following far beyond the court. He is becoming a household name much like Beckham, LeBron, or Messi. His stories and match highlights trend worldwide, making him a go-to athlete for digital media and advertising. 4. Setting records and creating a lasting legacy. Young age plus major wins make him a generational talent. If his injury-free run continues and he keeps winning slams, he'll challenge even the most untouchable records in tennis. High-profile rivalries with other young stars, like Jannik Sinner, keep him in the spotlight and make every big match a must-watch for fans and investors alike. 5. A model for modern athletes. Alcaraz's career offers a new blueprint: connect with fans, stay true to your roots, and handle global fame with humility and energy. Brands look for more than on-court wins; they want marketable, media-savvy talent who can reach young audiences. Alcaraz ticks every box. In short, Carlos Alcaraz's commercial momentum after his 2025 French Open victory is hard to match. Every match he wins compounds his fame, multiplies his value, and pulls new brands and fans into his orbit. With more slams in sight and a business team that knows how to win off the court, Alcaraz is shaping tennis' next era both in the trophy room and in the boardroom. Carlos Alcaraz's 2025 French Open victory sets a new standard for what's possible on and off the court. He steps into a brighter spotlight as a champion who thrives under the biggest pressure, overcoming 2 sets down and saving match points in a historic final. This win not only boosts his ranking and prize earnings but unlocks unmatched global appeal and new commercial opportunities, fueling both his career and the sport's future. Alcaraz's drive and style inspire a new wave of young athletes and show that tennis's next era is here. As brands and fans rally behind him, he proves that talent, resilience, and charisma can shape the game for a new generation. Thank you for reading. Share your thoughts on how Alcaraz's rise is changing tennis and where you see this new era heading.